Ow!
We are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are live from the photo with
Hey!
From the photo Turn me up.
Y'all ready to turn up? Hey. Y'all ready? Hey, babies! What's good? What's going on out there? How y'all doing this evening, honey? Well, I'm so happy to have each and every one of you here with me tonight. Woo. I appreciate y'all coming to check out your girl. I told you I would be back. I know a lot of you had been wondering and trying to figure out what is going on. But honey, we have to do things a certain type of way. Okay? And once we get them done correctly, you know, this is what you get. Do you see something you like? Do you see something you like? Hey, family, friends. How y'all doing? Oh, if any of my family is watching, I learned that from a lady in Eastboro. The dollar store. She told me, she said, do you see something you like? That's where that came from, darlings. So how are you guys? I hope everybody is blessed and flavored. We can, it's going to get greasy. Might get a little oily. We ain't going to get funky. We're going to dress and we're going to rest. You understand? I hope that you like what you see this evening. And I'll have pictures and things of the fashion because I know that you all love the swag. Swag will be one of the topics that come up tonight. Swag. We want to see if we can get a clear understanding. Can I have my little yeah. I know it's a yeah. Little margarita from Las Margaritas. I want a glass. I want a straw. I want to see what's going on. How it happened? Oh gosh. Anyway, inside that. Listen. Y'all know I'm Boosie, honey. I need a glass to sip out of. So listen. What are we gonna? Oh goodness. Okay. So I have a very special guest, very special guest, someone who has been very dear to me. She has uplifted me. She has made me laugh and feel comfortable. And it's something that she's been able to do to anybody she touches, anybody she comes in contact with. It's a very special person that mother, Yagya, as I call her, Jaguar, as you may call her, evermore. She'll be joining me. And we'll be discussing some topics tonight. And the topics that we will be discussing tonight will be iconic, I promise you. Because we're going to set some things straight. I don't mean to be too extra, you know. I'll try to be polite as I can be, depending on the circumstances. So, we're going to get this thing started. Okay. Oh, Lord. Did I give you the audio of the foolery? Armand! You had your peoples mixed up, clearly, when you addressed me. When you chose to address this woman. You spoke upon me. You misgendered me. And I don't play that. Let's be clear, boy. I don't play those games. So the best thing for you to do, Armand, is to listen and pay attention. Because I have something for you, especially for you, special delivery, right for you. See, you like to come for the girls, I see. I'm going to drop this to the juicy to their Mac. Hold on. I'm going to drop this to their Mac. Can you receive it? Mm-hmm. There's a few topics. There's a few topics here. Mm-hmm. It says waiting. However, if they don't get it over there, I'll just play it here. Okay. Armand. How come? How come? So you have continued to come for the girls and be in the midst of all that sabotage. What exactly do you have going on for you? Where is your swag? Because everything I see is basic. And then when I do my, oh, thank you. Oh, if you have something to sip on, go get it. We better start the video. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, bring Yaya in.
Hello, everybody. How's the lighting? I think I'm looking right, huh? How's the lighting? Hey, Pooh.
I can see from one side over here. Hey, baby.
Right. How you doing? Can you see me clear?
I'm good. I'm good. What you said?
Can you see me clearly? Oh, the light is too light.
For what I see is a little bit of white, like pow through the middle. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Let me turn these lights off or down because I can't do all.
Maybe down just a little, not much.
There we go. You see me, Libby? What's it giving? What's this light giving?
Okay. I can see you now. I can see you now.
Oh, you have to squint.
You could.
You have to squint to see me?
No. How does she look on that side, guys? Can you see her? Mm-hmm. She's fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're good. They say you're good. They say you're good. How I can see you and how they can see you is totally different for now.
Okay, because I see you.
No, they say you're good, Mama.
Good. I see me a total different way, but as long as y'all can see me, girl, and we can see each other, let me get the white print out the way. As long as we can see each other, it's going on. So how you doing, Miss Liz?
Baby, it has been a journey. It has been a journey, and it has been adventurous. You know, we have talked on the phone, and me and you have developed this relationship to where it is like I can just, you just say, talk to me.
Right. Just talk.
I call you to say, talk to me. So, girl, in doing that talking, you have encouraged me. Now, you know, we speak about things.
Yes. And
you know, you tell me to correct certain things. So certain things need to be corrected. I have an audio here.
Yes.
And in this audio, a young lady that has transitioned.
She's transitioning. She's in the process of transitioning, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sade is in the process of transitioning. She's in New York. She goes to college. She speaks about Armand and how he, there was a situation that occurred and there was an attack from Armand once again on a trans woman. Okay. This is a repeated behavior. She goes into details about her experience as being a boy prior to, and then Armand taking his platform to actually sabotage and misgender her because of a liking that he had for her in her previous life. She breaks all of this down in the sabotage because he had. Now we're gonna say, Samantha, you don't have to.
Were they dating?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, they were never dating. Did you get it, or do I need to just give it to you? It says it's sending. I hear it's very long. It's very long. Okay, so I know I have the parts memorized by number in my head. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I'll just play it. Let's see here.
Stare at somebody. The way he came at you on that shoe, I knew that was something personal.
Okay, hold on. Let me start it over.
He asked me to come on Wednesday, and I said, no, let me do it. We can do it tomorrow.
Here.
You know, and again, that would give me the opportunity to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been lost. I got shit going on. I know some
Congratulations. That is awesome, baby.
At NYU, I don't have time.
This is Sade.
You understand what I'm saying? This shit is $62,000 a semester. Y'all folks can have this faggot shit. I'm good. You know,
it's just for me, and this is why I reached out to you because, and the exact reasons as that you gave just now, you know, you have a moral standard, and it's not to put nobody else down, and we're never trying to tear nobody down. And you know, I have learned we have to be constructive with the way that we respond to things, especially once we come across a platform. However, when it becomes personal and someone is conducting themselves, you don't. The one thing you cannot do in this community, and I don't give a damn who you are not allowed to tear at somebody. The way he came at you on that shoe, I knew that it was something personal.
Well, yeah, it was personal. You know, it was personal. But to be quite honest with you, no shade, we're gonna call it what it is. I was fine as hell as a bitch. My shit was together, everything big, all of those things. The boys definitely wanted me, and a lot of people. Well, I'm just really learning how it really, really is now that I'm transitioned because my situation is different than a lot of other girls. There are very few girls who had a popular life as a boy and a popular life as a girl. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few that truly did. You know, so it's just I've noticed since transitioning how a lot of people have just been jaded by it, especially people who had interest in me and like to take shots at it because the very things that these people that enamored these people to me.
Yes, it is.
Are gone now, you know. So I guess it's hard for them to wrap their minds around. But again,
can you see that, Jag? You can see everything.
About any of it because, as I'm saying, you know, I've been getting money in this industry since 2007. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a union artist in New York. I'm a union artist in California, and I'm a union artist in Georgia. I don't give a damn about any of these people. I don't give a damn about any of this clout in the game.
She definitely does.
Because these bitches never did anything for me, first of all. And secondly, it's so much toxic stuff that's going on all the time, and I can't keep up with it. I'm not a ball girl. I'm not a cliquey girl, and I don't get into a whole bunch of stuff because when it comes down to it, I don't got to get any bitches to call to my defense. If somebody's going to get hurt fucking with me, because again, it's just me, so I have no choice but to come out swinging, and that's how people get hurt because I don't know who's with me and who's not. So everybody get hurt, which is what happened in this situation with Armand, Madison, and Cherry, because although Cherry did what she did to me.
Let me stop because I don't want to go too far and too deep. I'm going to go back over into Iman. There's a situation, though. I'm going to let her speak her piece because she spoke her piece in that form. But just to be informative. So at this point, she goes into the interview. At this point, hey, babies. At this point, she goes into the segment of what caused the rift. I didn't expect to get all of this tea. I was calling about Armand and the way I seen him come for her. See, she asked to reschedule her interview, and he had Samantha on and just pushed the information out there. He did not allow her to tell her story. She asked him to schedule to the next day. Let's see. And this is when he had Samantha. Let me see here. What we have here.
As that you gave just for you. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why you've seen, you know, the comment or whatever when you had posted it on Instagram or whatever. And I see you had liked it today. I was like, okay, this baby doing all right. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what made me reach out to you. So I gotta take all of that out of it because that's supposed to be someone. And that's how I met you in person was through Max. So if you have explained this to somebody, and this,
I'm gonna go back just a little bit because it's missing. Sorry, guys.
Cherry did what she did to me. You know, she ended up being collateral damage in this situation because I could not speak about what my issues were with Madison without giving the context as far as her aligning with Cherry after I told her not to.
So basically, see, now this is where it gets really like off the chain.
That goes into that detail. I'm gonna leave that there because I don't know about that part. But I'm gonna go back to Armand. I'm gonna tell you what she said that Armand did. Okay. Her situation with Cherry, I must invite her to speak. You know, as mother, as queen, there's the way that we do that. So I'm not going to go into depth of that. And the other young lady, we don't communicate in that form anymore. So that's not an option. This is information that just came. I keep it dignified and classy over here. And please always know that. But when you come for me, yeah, could you do me a favor? Because I don't know how to do it. But when you come for me, can you roar and tell them what happens? Can you do it for me? Because I don't know.
You know when you come for just like I'm like
gonna go back into him.
Mother bear. You don't mess with
it went left for a second because that's just what happens when people share teas. But I have to come back to him because I'm not done with that boy.
Oh yeah, you got to get back to that.
Oh, she's still going off about.
Hold on. So anytime there was an issue in the past,
oh, she's still going there. Hold on. Let me go to.
So that I can neutralize because it's not healthy for me because it does me no good. Besides,
hold on.
Addressed. Those behaviors need to be addressed so that young people coming up don't pick up those habits and think that they can take that into society, and then 2 years later they're still stuck in that mindset and have no understanding of how to conduct themselves in order to get forward in life in a productive way, to be respected. Because that type of mannerisms will put a cloud over you, and a cloud has been put over the community as a whole.
Hold on. I'm not going to.
I have to always advocate for myself in the way that I want my heart to say. I don't take it from my.
Maybe here. Hold on, you guys.
Well, at the point from initially when she pulled the box cutter out, I was being.
See, I'm just dropping out. See, I should have did that. 18. Here we go. Here we go. 8. I had to remember the numbers, y'all. Sorry, babies. Here we go.
Absolutely. And you know what? That is my whole thing in a nutshell right there. And that's why I mentioned previously, regardless of whether we all get along or not, we need to have a union, a force, so that we can be respected, so that we are not being treated basically almost like slaves. Because when you have people like Armand who can go and profit off of demeaning you and wearing your character out, and the whole subject is about this girl or that girl, and it's repeated, it's constant. He was so pressed, according to what you have said, that he couldn't wait for you to get ready for the interview. He just went out and did what he wanted to do, and the whole time slandered you. I mean, this is someone.
I said that to him, and he did it. I sent him a message before I blocked him and said, "Why did you do this?" And he says, "Well, I thought you didn't want to do it." And I said, "Well, no, you know that that's not what I said. I said I would do it tomorrow." And he says, "Well, I just had to do it, but we can still do it tomorrow if you want to." And then I blocked him because I would have got up there and showed my ass in the situation, because it's only
rightfully so.
The thing is that, again, I am really tearing away from my good queen ways. But at the end of the day, please stop acting like I don't have access or resources to reach out and touch you. Please don't. And that's not even who I am, and that's my own self journey over here. And when I have those feelings, I have to get on my hands and knees and pray. I have to sit and do my
familiar
sense. And all that bullshit. I gotta do whatever I need to do so that I can neutralize, because it's not healthy for me, because it does me no good besides distracting me. From
where your ultimate goal, and you have to have time.
So what I'm going to do, and if you guys want more pinpoints, I'll find them. But this audio, this interview, I'm going to post it. You can go and listen to it in detail. And I'm sure the Cherry will hear it, and she may want to respond. I will give her that opportunity. Come accordingly. I'm like a lady, okay? I'm just letting you know. Go ahead to you. But back to you, Armand, just for a second, Yag. So you had all this to say about me. You called me a faggot. If I use the F word, you shortened it. See, because you're soft. I'm strong. You understand? There's nothing weak about me. I have never lived under the terms or conditions that you do, even at 16 on my own. Don't compare yourself to me in any form of, especially in a corporate world, which you do not exist. Boy, be clear. Understand that I'm nothing to be toyed with. And your little shenanigans that you play in life, they don't work on a queen. Watch your mouth, okay? Because I'm not the one. And I don't want to go there with you, but I will take you down and leave you there. I promise you. So the next time you decide to come at one of the girls, remember me, because this whole interview, it's not been played, but it will be uploaded. And it's going to explain what type of atrocity that you pulled and how desperate and thirsty that you are. Get ready for the footage. So just get ready for the audio. I'm going to post it. And come. I hope you don't have to see a body rock. We're going to move on. Okay. They're telling me to wait and hold on, sis.
I don't know who it is. I'm not familiar with this. This is one of your friends. Yes. Okay. Wait till they're on the phone. You're on the show, and you guys are having a heated conversation, and then she attacks you. Yes. What do you think about that? What did you think about that? Okay, well, hold on. Let me play it for the audience so they can see what we're talking about.
We're doing...
Let's see. Play it. Well, that's what we have the same thing with you. I don't care who you work for. I have never. It's not just all problems. You don't have to do it. Okay. You don't have to do it. You work for how? Why did you hit me like that? What did you do?
Now watch him.
She hit you online. Why did she hit you like that?
And that's what he chose to do. So see, he gets a kick, he gets a thrill out of the marker with the girls. Straight to her face. Now, if he was interviewing her with any type of respect, then he would have been a little bit more classy than that. But this clown right here, now listen to what he has to say about me, because see, he don't know me. And I'm going to give him one more message after the end of what he has to say so that he can have a clear understanding. Dark. And I'm sure that I have much better knowledge of business and investments than you do. Let the record show. Never lived in a garage. He's still going. I mean, he pulled her on here to just cackle in her mug. Well, she's cackling too, so I said, in the situation that everybody enjoyed, people do things for a moment. And I guess, that's the best way to get through it is to cackle, it's to kiki. Here he goes. Oh my God. Did you guys just call me Joe Crawford? Oh, me over to man's table like some picked up floozy. One of the starlets What'd you say, darling? Okay, so now listen. So that was the Kiki and how he conducted himself there. So Armand, I just want you to understand something, honey. So that you know the type of woman I am. I'm trained and I know how to use a lasso. And I made a lot of money using that lasso. Don't get a thrashing, okay? Darling, mind your business and play with the little kittens. Don't ever play with the queen. Understand? And honey, go to the gym, get your swag up, get your body, get your look together. And then maybe you'll have that sexy look that you don't have, that you're so mad about, baby. I'm so sorry, sugar. You're not enchanting. So you run around and run your mouth. You're very cheesy and basic. Touche. All right, moving on, sis. I appreciate your patience with me, darling. So we're going to leave Miss Passive Aggressive Armand Wiggins to the side. Look like a little kid. It's like one of those little kids. Isn't that kid from Martin, little booger? He's just a little booger. Anyway, so we have who are we pulling up first? Are we pulling up Boosie for Yag Yard? Do you want to do Boosie first? Jag?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes, ma'am.
We can do anybody. Girl, you can look.
Okay, so we're gonna have
a hat and a hose and a hat. We can pull them hoes out of a hat. I don't care how we do it. Girl, you know it's up there and stuck there and ain't going nowhere.
We're gonna play the Boosie video, and I want you to go ahead and do we want Boosie or Khia? Which one do we want first? Boosie, okay. We're gonna go for Boosie first. We're gonna play Boosie, and then you take your lead, Mama. Take your lead. I just want to put it.
Right.
Nose.
Oh.
My nephew ain't saying nothing. That's my son. Yeah. They 12, 13, they got hit. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I got my fucking son and dick shut. You fucking right. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown.
Did y'all hear this shit?
Super grown. Check his ass out. Checked all my nephews out. Super grown. She
wow.
She checked me out. I know what the fuck she did to him. She checked me out, that bitch. I'm getting prepared, man.
Wow. Wow.
I'm trying.
Oh, did y'all see that? Now that is just sad and disgusting and pathetic and trashy and nasty and all what one will do. How could you subject your children to this type of thing? I don't understand that. How that's going to make them not, have any feelings for what they have a feeling for. You can't beat the gay out of them, pray the gay out of them, or sex the gay out of anybody. That thing is there. If you're going to be who you are, you're just going to be who you are. Understanding is the best thing in the world. That's what my grandfather taught me, and things of that nature. What I'm wondering is, where are the major matriarchs and the major patriarchs of the family to let little Boosie know that this cannot happen. This can't go on. And some people say, oh, it's the environment. It is the culture. I was never a product of that environment or a fixture in that culture. That would have really devastated me if a man or a woman touched me at such a sensitive age, where I'm just now getting to know my body parts, who I am, what I like, and things like that. It's like that option away from me, and that goes for male and female. I'm quite sure he doesn't have his 12-year-old, 13-year-old daughter having sex with his homeboys and things of that nature. You have to look at it as a double standard. So that's just another person with a case of toxic masculinity, and we're not going to stand for it. We're not here to tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? Black women should be outraged that another woman, a grown black woman, came over to a house of one of their rappers or whatever, you know, the people who follow him, y'all should be outraged. And he put that out publicly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are supporting this type of bull BS, but y'all think the gays have an agenda. Did you see this man's agenda? His agenda was, I want a straight son. So I'm going to have an agenda like no matter how I have to, what I have to do. Go ahead, baby. What happened?
No, I'm just you hit it on the nail, because it's like you act like there's an agenda from our community. However, you are running around here reckless, ratchet, and just completely disruptive. Just I don't even understand that. I don't even understand that.
I understand it. I understand that self-hate. I don't know what happened to him in jail, but that self-hate that a person have, only a person with self-hate will go to those links to stop something. Or I don't know if he ever was fondled, touched on. Yeah, that's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's repeating itself. But I do know this: those sons and those nephews and things that are subject to that, they want to please their father. But ultimately, they're gonna see when they get out here in life that it was wrong. Mm-hmm. My father reared me to be something. You know, I'm straight and I'm good, but it seems like I wasn't good enough because my father, you know, instilled something in me. He put a grown-ass woman in my face to let me know that, you know, whatever I'm doing or whoever I am isn't good enough, either if you were straight or gay. You know what I'm saying? So he would look around. Most of his 12-year-old, 13-year-old friends are not having grown women come to the house and assault them or go down on them or, you know, give them something else. So it's gonna backfire ultimately. You know, the kid's gonna grow up with resentment, and they might grow up with identity issues too. You know, with that.
There are a lot of people that do. There are a lot of people that I know people. I have personally known people, and that's why I'm speaking upon. I have personally known individuals that were very close to me that experienced trauma at an age very close to that, and that has stuck with them. And they're in their 30s now.
You're still with them. I don't know if you remember, Oprah had a show of 200 men in a room that has been molested. Oprah had a show and she had 200 men that was hurting. And those men was 30, 40, 50 years old. Grown men, grown-ass men sitting in a room crying, trying to figure out who they are as a human being, not gay or straight, not black or white, not Asian or Indonesian, not Muslim or Jew, just who they are in this world. That type of trauma really messes with a person. Those men were devastated. They didn't tell that they were molested or touched on, be it from a woman or a man. They held their silence. You should have, if any of you that are watching, and if you all have a chance to get back and go back and look at that episode of all that hurt, all of that anger, all of that pain from grown-ass men that was in that room, you would think twice from traumatizing and bringing a grown-ass man or a woman to do something to a 12 or 13-year-old person. You would think twice.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm so excited about us doing this and us working in this, because as I said, you are able to captivate all of it. Substance.
Yeah.
And the way that you spoke that, and the way that you delivered that, I agree with you 100%. A 12-year-old person should not be subject to being forced in a sexual act. When they are, in most states, it is a felony, a class A felony.
It is.
And little Boosie, little Boosie, the least that you need to do is apologize and pull yourself down.
He needs to go to jail. He's doing the same thing that R. Kelly is doing. Him and R. Kelly need to be sharing a burrito. Okay? He needs to go straight to jail from his admission of what he's done. How? CPS is not called.
You have to go.
How? Nobody is not involved. Fucking apology. We are so much past that.
No, that
is wrong on so many levels. on so many levels. Now, just imagine if that was a young girl and he had came. Do you know how those people came out and they were up in arms when T.I. even took his young daughter of 16 years old to the gynecologist or to the specialist to find out if her hymen's been broken? Do you know how they were up in arms, but she haven't even had sex? Just imagine if had she had sex or he forced her to have sex with one of his homeboys to some kind of way rear her to be straight. Could you imagine how many FBI agents and child protective services and everything would be at his door had that been a young woman? See, we need to protect these boys. Mm-hmm. We need to protect our boys.
They definitely, most definitely, because it's been something that has been going on, I think, for some time. I have a cousin, I know people who have experienced this throughout my life. And like you said, we were blessed to be able to have come from structured homes, structured environments.
Absolutely.
We were taught to work and do certain things or whatnot. And so the things that we were structured for, when we come out here into society, we're all made different, but we're able to listen to those. And those that have been through things like that tend to come our way because we want to, I know I have always wanted to inspire and uplift and push. And you know what I mean? If you can get rid of that and move forward and do better in life. I have run across, you know what I'm saying, so many. And it's something that that happens. And I don't know how, my question is, and this is real, and I'm not being shady when I say this. But mothers, where are you? And how does this happen?
Under your watch. I'm just oblivious how that structure is in that home. That's why I said, where are the matriarchs? Where's the grandmothers? Where are the grandfathers? Where are the great uncles or uncles who step in and say that this is no. No,
but you know, but you know what? I can tell you from experience, from things that I had to deal with on a physical nature of like having to cause see, I always got with it. My daddy was something else and I was something else right with him. I always had that temperament. I was never afraid of him because I adored my mother so much. So I don't know how people don't support their nephew or their niece or their aunt or their cousin, but sometimes they don't. Or sometimes the families are just, they try to just cover, especially back, you know what I mean? So that's past. I don't know how old he is. I think he's like 37, but I don't know why people would allow other people children to be exposed to that type of foolery. But I have seen that done. Now that I can relate to, and nobody do anything. So you have to have this inner strength to fight that.
Well, I don't understand it either. But I know in the African American community, we all think we could pray. I'll pray, it's gonna be all right. You know, something been molested. You pray about it. You pray about it. The church taught us to pray about it. And we've always been taught, and especially I know in my community. I can't speak for all African American communities, but where I'm from, we've been taught certain things to talk about, certain things we don't talk about in this house. You know what I'm saying? And we have to get that out of our culture. Where we can't come and talk and express, and especially when we going through things, especially when mental illness is, we do not talk about that. No. It's killing.
I don't even know why that is a big deal. I don't get that.
Certain things
that one I don't get either. I've understood that.
Yeah, and that's what I believe it is. But that trauma plays out in other ways.
So okay, in his
addiction. What happened?
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean to interrupt you. So let me just ask
you. Know that type of trauma where the kids and they may not have been forced. They may have felt like they wanted to do something, but obviously he said, "I made them. I forced them." They were so afraid of their dad, or they wanted to please their dad so much. They knew that in their mind, I know this is not happening in every home. I know this is probably not right. At 12 years old, 13 years old, you should know, oh, this is not happening in my friend's home. Maybe this is not right. My friends haven't even had sex yet. And I'm in my home having sex. That type trauma will play out. It may play out in rebellion. It may play out in addiction. It may play out in spousal abuse. It may play out in, you know, I'm cutting myself. It may play out in mental illness, depression.
Yes.
That type of trauma will ultimately play out. No, I don't care who you are.
No, that's true.
What happened? And I don't know. I don't understand his fetish, or I don't understand.
You know,
what
we were talking about that. Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what the. Okay, so I try to listen and dissect the words. You know what I'm saying, that a person that he says, and I'm in listening to him. It's like he got pleasure out of knowing that they had been with her, and she had been with him, and it was just nasty and disgusting.
I got pleasure, or either seeing my son and my nephew get, because I don't know if a 12-year-old has the mental capacity to ejaculate yet. So I was like, 12?
Girl, to even have a conversation of that with about a 12, that's preposterous.
My mind just never went there. My mind, and then, you know, they look at us, people as a whole, not even the society as a whole, but, you know, for the most part, society will look at us as LGBTQ, and they will be the first to tell us or say or think that we would touch their kids or molest their kids or do something traumatic to their children. And it happens to be the total opposite when you really find out, when you really reach down in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You spoke earlier about Bishop Eddie Long, of how he, you know, titillated and manipulated and, you know, sexually molested some, and some went along with it just, you know, to get, you know.
Those mothers, where were they? Those were not strung out mother. I don't know what those mother circumstances were, but they were clearly a part of a church.
Yeah. The people we would expect not to touch our children, touch our boys, manipulate our girls. Mm-hmm. It plays out every day in every scenario. But they look at us and say, "Oh, well, we're the worst beings on the face of the planet of the earth." No, you got to take an introspective look.
The way they will come for us is just completely despicable. So I don't even fool with them.
Me either. Me either. You don't like me, stay away from me.
Y'all have the nerve. And then, but to know now that I have nieces and nephews, I had brothers and sisters, but now I have nieces and nephews, and to think that, you know, and godchildren,
yes,
think that anybody would fool with them in any type of way of that nature, I don't care who it was, it would be a problem. So he, you know, those are his children, but he needs to be. I don't think he should have access to them.
Yeah.
If you are forcing them to let a fool, and he kept saying a fool when he described the woman, what he was describing, a woman that would even do that to him, I know she wasn't clean. I can't take it.
She wasn't a woman with values, morals, standards, and she didn't follow the code of conduct.
Can you imagine what type of trifling bitch that was?
That was a woman that didn't give a damn.
That in itself, right there,
cold-blooded to come over there to do that, to perform an act on a child. You have to have really just gave up on life. If you ask me, you just gave up on life, because I was watching Lil Boosie last week, and I saw this video going around with him talking to Michael Blackson, which is a comedian, saying that I got 50 racks, and I have a bitch that will come over here and let a horse fuck her. And I was like, well, what type of women are you? And I believed him. He said, I have a horse. He said, I have these 50 racks right now, and I'm nasty. He was telling Michael Blackson, the comedian, I'm nasty. I'm real nasty. You're not nastier than me. I have 50 racks in my hands right now, and I got a bitch who will come over and let a horse fuck her in front of everybody. And I was like, what type of women are you? That says a lot about you. That's that same, you know what I'm saying, shit that R. Kelly is to me, in my mind. It's just the same type of dungeony, deep, dark shit that, you know, that R. Kelly was going through. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's this over hyper, you know, toxic masculinity. That's all it is. And some men, and you know, he looked like he has that little short man, that short man syndrome. So he has to go the extra mile to prove his manhood, or that he's a man and that he's straight. And he's just, injecting his kids with everything that he was raised up under the Son of God. God, you know what I'm saying? He's just doing that. I think something happened to him. And he just turned cold.
And he should be able to use his brain and speak to his children about that experience in a way that he, as an adult, would. You don't have that when you have a 12-year-old. You can speak to them and let them know that they can be comfortable to come to you and talk to you about things. I don't think that forcing them into a sexual act is excusable, no matter what he's been through. I'm sorry, it's just not acceptable because you're affecting a person for the rest of their life.
Absolutely,
you got a musty bitch that would possibly fuck a horse
in front of you. I don't know if it's still online, but look at it. I don't know if you watched the interview with him on Vlad TV, how he was talking. He did an interview a while back before all of this came up. Lil Boosie has always been anti-LGBTQIA. He was doing an interview on Vlad television, and then Vlad asked the question, what would you do if your child told you it was gay? He said, I would beat the hell out of him. Or no, my son is not gay. My son gets too much pussy. My son likes girls too much. My children will never be gay. And that interview is on Vlad TV. And I was like, interesting.
I tell you this.
He just anti-gay. This
is why a woman's work is never done. That's work overtime and pay attention. This clown is a catastrophe. And somebody ought to do something about him. Because it's just that's a lot. That's a lot. You're affecting human beings' lives. Those are children. They're so innocent and have the right to be that. And
it's a whole lot.
It's stomach turning.
I was trying to find out,
but I agree with your burrito line. I agree.
Yeah, that thing. This is 7 years ago.
But you just don't get to do that to people.
You don't get that option. This is 7 years ago. I'm talking.
Because if you want to be technical and truthful, I'm not. Like I said, I don't know how I would respond.
They're trying to make everybody fucking gay.
Listen,
that's what I think. They're putting it on our culture. They're putting it on. They're putting it everywhere. Gay stuff is everywhere. And I think they're just trying to do it to make a monetary gain. They're not doing it for the gays. They're not really fans of the gays. They're doing it for monetary gain, man. They're trying to make money out of these people, man. You got cartoons they have gays on cartoons. Like, these are kids. Let kids make their own decision if they want to go that way. 6 and 7 year olds, 5-year-olds should be turned on to gay cartoons when their mind not even developed yet.
But they deserve to.
What if they like how that cartoon talk? What now? You're forcing them to be gay.
You forcing them to
be. Every TV show is gays that kill each other. Like, it's out of hand, man. And people, I got backlash from the gays. But I speak my mind. Like, everywhere you go, they're forcing this gay stuff on. It wasn't like that when I was coming up. The Ninja Turtles wasn't kissing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that, man. The Flintstones wasn't they didn't have two men on the Flintstones kissing. The Jetsons wasn't kissing. Everywhere you go, they're trying to do that, and they're doing it for monetary gain. They're not doing it because they love the gay. They got love for the gay.
What was her name?
They're doing it for monetary gain, man. They're doing it to bring another avenue in to make money out of these people.
It sounds like you're making
and that's how I feel about it, man. Every time you turn on the TV, man. Every time you turn on the TV, you can't go 3-4 stations, 5-6 stations without seeing some gay shit. Right? It's cool. It's cool. If you want to be gay, that's your decision.
That's it.
That should be good. That should be put on.
And he can't live in his truth. He went fucked all these women and had all these babies, and he feels attacked by the gays because he's.
And it's going to show in the world. You're going to have, I say, in 10 years,
That's what I heard.
because of what they put on TV.
I'm waiting on the
and he can't run away from it.
Because how they force it. They force your favorite TV shows are forced on these people.
I don't know that.
I want when he asks that question, you're gonna see what he says when he said, "What if your son is gay?"
Don't force it on nobody.
Okay.
That's cool. I don't know gay people at all.
She's trying to fast forward that.
But don't force it on the people. Don't do that. See, I just feel like that's wrong. I came home and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
You know, he been in jail, and he said, "I came home and."
That's good, Kiki.
Ain't this crazy, Liz? Okay, here it is.
I don't know. I'll probably slap his ass back straight. Now, if I couldn't do nothing about it, I'm gonna ban my son straight. His ass back straight. What's going on?
Listen to this.
Don't do that, dude. I just feel like that's wrong. I came home and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" It was out of hand, man.
If one of your kids approached you and said, "Dad, I'm gay," how would you react?
I don't know. I'll probably slap his ass back straight. Now, if I couldn't do nothing about it, but first I'm gonna try to slap his ass back straight. I'm gonna kick his ass, and maybe he'll realize that he's not gay. But if I can't stop him from being gay, I'm not gonna ban my son from my life. I'll just have to find some crazy ass way to deal with it.
See,
but you know, like
this was in the making.
I don't think my son. My sons love women. My sons love women, and they see all daddy pretty women. So, you know, my sons, they young, but they kind of, you know, they know they love women.
Do you hear about the allegations?
Now, see what he said? He said, if my son told me that he was gay, or I felt that my son or my child was gay, I'm going to try to slap it out of him, or either beat it out of him, or I'm going to find a way to get the gay out of my son. And his way of finding a way to check and see if his child is gay or if his son is gay is make him have sex with a woman at an early age. That is just low down. That's how much disdain that he has for our community. People like us, everyday people. He can't see past who we sleep with and see that we are human beings like everybody else. That hate is disturbing.
He's not going to, because his mentality is off.
Yeah.
His mentality is off.
He's surrounded by it. He's surrounded by the same mentality of hate.
But I think the main thing here is that he is in denial about something. Because I'm going to go back to what he said in that interview, and body language and the words. And he said everywhere he goes, it's gay this, gay that, gay that. It's like he's being attacked.
All that.
So it's like it's something when you feel closed in.
Yes.
Generally, it's because you know it's something that relates to you.
Yes.
So that fear of his secret not being revealed, whatever it is, whatever happened, is traumatizing him with his kids, where he feels like he have to go do this dumb shit.
The same trauma he's putting on his kids. It's a pathology. It's a pathology. His parents probably did it to him, or somebody in his family did it to him. So therefore he thinks it's the right way. It's embedded. It's the right way. So I'm going to raise my kids how my parents, or how the person who raised me, I'm going to raise them the same way. Some type of way, they have to break that chain. They have to break that. And that's up to them how they do so. We just outsiders looking in and just giving our opinion, just like he has an opinion on our lives. Just believe we have an opinion on yours.
I mean, I'm just seeing the behaviors, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a doctor, but I just saying what I saw and what I heard. And what I heard that he still surrounded is what he said in that last interview that you played, because I had not saw that.
Oh, okay.
But what I saw was someone running from something. Very simple. Very simple. But he still needs to have no access to children. Real talk.
I agree 100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
So that's that for that disgusting character. Lord have mercy. Is there possible? Do I have a refill of that? Anybody in this room? By any chance, bless it.
Y'all had me going.
No, Jaguar, we're gonna let you go into Tiny and Shekinah. Do you have that footage on your phone as well? Or no, they have it. I'm sorry, they have it. They're gonna upload it. They're gonna upload it. Huh?
Someone said Boosie's oldest daughter is lesbian. But some kind of way, we as a culture have tricked ourselves that if the man is gay, it's something wrong. But if the woman is lesbian, oh, it's okay. You know, some kind of way in our culture, we have tricked our culture to think, oh, it's okay, it's sexy. You know, everything seems to be dictated by a man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody seems to be trying to get the approval from a man. So the men say it's okay for the women to kiss and hug and make up. But the men say it's not okay for the men to kiss and be in the club and hold hands and stuff like that. So we have feminine energy, we have to take that power back. We have to get rid of this toxic masculinity. We have to. It's the detriment of society as a whole. Yeah, we coming. We get it together.
Okay. Wow, there's another interview of him. I guess we're not gonna go into it. But you guys can go and check it out. It has 1.4 million views 6 years ago. Little Boosie was embarrassed by his daughter's Instagram. And it looks like they're not from the Breakfast Club. They're from, what is this, Hot 97? The link in Google mentioned a lesbian daughter. Interesting. But we're gonna move on from the garbage pail and pray for those babies.
God bless it, man.
Honey, you need to seek. You need to seek what you really need to seek, honey. We're gonna go forward. They're gonna play the Tiny and Shekinah. That's gonna pop up now for us. All right, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. Let's talk about it.
This is a serious question. Do you think it's unfair to the woman that's born a woman that certain products that are made for women, only for women, are taken off, like taking away the symbol because they say it represents femininity, like a woman or like a full woman, like born woman. So do you think that's fair to the real born gender female? No. But in this life, it's a lot of stuff that's not fair to a woman.
Can we pause? Is it possible to pause?
I just think that we should.
Okay.
As, you know, a woman. Because a woman, a real woman, does do so much, right, for life, right? A transgender woman would never have her period, you know? So I don't think that should have ever been an issue. Yeah, I just think we should be fair to everybody because it's a lot of fighting going on for everybody out there, you know, the gay world or the transgender world, or, you know, and for all the different sex purposes. So, right, but it's really unfair because it seems like a man wins all the way around. I mean, a man's world. This is a man. Like he does. Like, stand up. A man is fucking beef on the men better than the woman. You know, like. When it comes to these topics, it just gets so deep, you know? Yeah. Because we love the transgender community. Don't ever get it twisted, girl. I love you. We love you.
Yeah.
Girl, who's she talking to? You know, I guess she's talking to that one.
But it is
Yeah.
in the world that people just want to know about. And no one should be offended about this because we're grown. We all have a grown conversation. I just think it should be a fair all around for everybody. You know, and that's just my. She's right. Y'all. I gotta agree with her on this. She's right. You know, it should have never been took off in the store. along this
What was taken off?
You know, that we've been
Caught us. I don't get it.
all the time because, you know, we're fighting for one thing, y'all take it away from, you know,
Wait.
the female. And right now, we have to be in our 5 minutes of time, how the person it could be. And I should have told you, but they don't have to feel it. They don't feel it. You don't know it. It's an emotional roller coaster for women. You know, entitled, you know. And you also like, God, you don't have to go through nothing like that. So y'all skip that part. Thank God you don't have to go through that because that was crap. You know, your side come on, you kill a bitch.
Oh, here's the footage. I just want to play it. I just want to run this by you for just 1 minute. 1 minute, because
your girls win. Let's figure out.
This is how twisted he is. Boosie is mentally ill.
All right, we're gonna have to set it up. You can't make a bitch do some sicker shit than I can. I got a bitch gonna fuck a horse for a bag, nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna line up a horse in my front yard and bring a bitch to get fucked. Yeah, for 5 bangs, 10 bangs.
Damn.
Let's see if you off the chain like me, nigga. I'm gonna bring a bitch.
Now, that's the mentality. So we can go. I'm gonna just leave that. I'm gonna just let that resonate to see, so people can see the mentality of this individual. That's it. And okay, you were saying something about Shekinah and
Girl, wait.
Girl, that is on Michael Blackson's page.
Woo!
And I was like, they're betting money.
Thank you.
To see who can be the next.
What was he on?
That's what I was wondering. What was he on? What is he drinking? What is he smoking? What is he liking?
Girl.
Somebody has done something.
That's some crack is whack type shit right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I wonder, was he present when his children was doing that and his nephew was doing that? I wonder, was Boosie present when the act occurred? Just imagine you know, and your mom or dad had set you up to do something like that, and your mom and dad was watching, and you could see your mom and dad watching somebody else perform oral sex on you.
That's why, no, I can't.
You would be traumatized.
No,
you were like,
no.
person's supposed to protect me. So what do you have to say? I'm sorry, I had to do a segue to that. I just had to get that out.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad that you had that available. It caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for it. That is definitely something that needs not be in charge or in the presence of any children.
Amen.
Unsupervised.
Amen.
Little Boosie.
Amen.
Not be allowed to be in the presence of children unsupervised.
Unsupervised. Here's somebody else's kids. And shit.
None.
Children in general.
No.
Yeah. Children in general. So, what did you have to say about
what you consider to be a pedophile in one end because of the things that he done with his 12-year-old children?
And he loves bestiality as well.
And then he has bestiality.
Come on,
girl.
I know.
No, he needs just at the end of the day. Listen, girl, listen. Anyway, I'm not. See, I'm being very.
I know the brothers that you was raised with, and I know the men that's in your family. We didn't do that. We didn't do that.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. That should not be okay anywhere. But to have someone who has a platform to promote this on, once again, we need to look at people as individuals. We need to look at people as people. And on the other side of the fence, outside of the LGBT, you have another community of people, and y'all need to be concerned with those community of people and how they conduct themselves. And you need to check that. You need to check that on top instantly, immediately.
As well.
Real talk. Because if any scragglers that y'all teaching these children wrong, then they come run up on the wrong person's children or girl, y'all need to get that together. And he don't need to be around no children. But we're gonna move on to Shekinah and Tiny. You've already reviewed that. They were able to see that. We're not gonna play it back. I'm gonna start it off with this right here. I'm gonna say this. Who did your hair and makeup tonight, darling?
I did my own hair and makeup. I went on several.
I did too.
They offered to do my hair and makeup, and I said I do my own hair. I think I got that covered. I come to the set done.
Yeah. So, in reference to this conversation, I don't know what product, and that was what I was confused about. The entire time, because the product was never mentioned. So I don't know this product that was taken off of the shelves, but I can say this. It would be absolutely asinine for someone of a transgender lifestyle to want a product to represent or to use a product that is not feminine. So I don't know where you're getting your couth from or what is becoming upsetting to you or what you are all in your feelings emotionally about other than you look a mess at that moment. At that moment, you both look a hot kite bomb mess. I'm gonna just leave it there. Y'all look a mess. You did not come together, but maybe that's how you choose to do your YouTube show. And if that's how you choose to walk around your man,
but the product
maybe that might be part of the problem, honey. Get loose. Whether you have children or not, get loose. Okay? But let us know what the product is. But I can assure you of this, there is no trans woman that will want the femininity from a product to be removed. Okay? It's absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. You guys need to learn the differences. Okay? And you need to learn to respect women like me as women. Because I don't want anything other than that put on in front of me, period. That's not your privilege. That is my prerogative and my right. Okay? So calm yourself, one with that. You're misinformed there. I assure you, coming from the queen. Okay? I assure you, I can speak for all of the girls when I say we do not want any masculine products. Hoes.
What
type of did you use speed stick under your arm so that you look like it's sitting there? The fuck I want to know. Now and I just don't understand that shit.
Yeah, I really don't. Me either. I'm on the same page with you. I never understood why a genetic, and they kept saying real and genetic and real, and I got a pussy and I bleed every month. You got a pussy. Guess what? You're supposed to bleed every month. You're supposed to have, that is your anatomy, that is your DNA, and that's who you are. Stay in that zone. Trans women. You may not bleed every month, but you have a right to have children, to live as a woman, to wear your dresses, hair, makeup, nails, and things of that nature. Because as I remember, men was wearing wigs and makeup centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries ago. People have gave up their life. Trans women have died on the front lines and on the back lines. People who identify with being a trans woman on the inside but look opposite on the outside and giving up something so you can walk out of here in 2020 and live and be who you want to be without being threatened by anybody, male or female, saying that you are taking something away from their livelihood or who they are. One thing that I've learned about a genetic woman or a real woman, she's not frightened, she's not bothered, she's not on a panel discussing now.
That is true.
Woman, trans or not, it's about her. Now, like I say, those individuals are not my type of girls. I don't hold conversations like that. I've seen and I witnessed Shekinah Joe herself sit on different and various LGBTQ community platforms and you bump shoulders with LGBTQ people. You sit on your live feeds on your Instagram and social media, and you get all the tea, all the gossip about, you know, DL men and boys and gay boys who slept with DL men. You get the tea or the talk from transgenders who, you know, be with guys, or why guys are fascinated with transgenders. You already learned about from, you know, a social media influencer how the G-spot works, how the prostate works. You talk about that all the time. Now, why in the world would you sit on another platform and even slightly remotely suggest that any of these people of LGBTQIA would have to compete with you for anything? Where's the disconnect, sister? Either you're with trans people and LGBT community, or you're not. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put it on an even playing field where we all can sit at the table, sister. No one in competition with you. No one's trying to take your vagina. No one is trying to eliminate you. No one is trying to take the fact that you can birth a child. But baby, if I lift this skirt up, and if your niece or your daughter or your auntie or any female in your family decides that she wants to have a baby with me, baby, we can have a baby too. And I sit in my full transition, darling. Daughter, I sit right here in my full transition. I don't even see where I have to compete with a woman or a man just to exist in who I am.
Exactly. And that's the whole point. And that's the whole point right there. And that's what she said. She said, we are competing. And I'm like, girl, get your self-esteem up. Let me help you, because clearly you got it all fucked up and misconstrued. And you definitely got your peoples mixed up. Okay? Yes. You definitely got your peoples mixed up, because we're not competing with the girls. We feel as though we're queens.
But I know where that's coming from. I know where that stems from.
Now, Tiny, you might be competing with Bernice over there.
Bernice Burgos?
That might be who you're competing with.
Oh, no. The young lady who jumped off her man's lap. But see, you're saying that, and I know that to be true. That comes from a place of hurt. When you come and sit, and I don't know why they didn't have a girl in transit. Look, girl, I may get too deep in it, but I don't know if you're going to sit and discuss that platform about trans and people and gay men, or flamboyant men and heels and stuff like that. Have one on your panel, so the discussion could be on even playing fields while you sit up there, while Tiny sit up there. It's not fair. It's not fair. Why don't you have, the next time you have that conversation or bring that topic up, why don't you invite one of us two ladies up there on your panel, so we can make it seem like you do care, because we know you don't give a fuck.
Girl, you want me to tell the truth? Them hoes when that night was tied through, and they was mad because the children ain't show up to get them done, and they was mad, so they decided because they talked about the boys and they skinny jeans and they clog heels and carrying on, and I had showed it to one of my brothers, and he said, "Well, honey, when I go to Louboutin and spend $2,200 on my bag, I'm not thinking about them hoes."
You ain't thinking about nobody.
They was mad the girls didn't show up, and so they decided to speak how they really feel. And now we know how you really feel. We know where you stand. You know, it is what it is. You just go in the weak bitch corner for me.
But see, people are woke now. People are woke now. And, you know, they always talk about a shortage of men in Atlanta, things like that. Usually when women sit in a group with another woman and talk about another woman or something like that, you are lacking confidence and self-esteem. And you know who has chipped away at your self-confidence and self-esteem? It's a man. A man. Shekinah, you told your story of the man who beat you and did you all kinds of ways, and people who, you know, have stole from you and did you. Tiny, the world knows your story of a man who have cheated on you and you took him back left and right. The world has been talking behind closed doors of how the man has beat you and everything else. And secretly, the world has been saying that Shekinah, Joe, and Tiny have to share TI. on occasions, but that's neither here or there. That comes from most of women talking like that. It comes from women who have been abused in some way, shape, form, or fashion, mentally, verbally, emotionally. It comes from a place of hurt and confusion. So we're here as the queens that we are to help you get back on track. So that conversation should never be had again. And there'll be education and understanding and respect, a mutual respect, so everybody can exist. Like I say, I have nothing against women. And I'm quite sure the lovely lady Liz to have nothing against women because she has a sister, she has a mother, aunt, grandmother, and an auntie. You know what I'm saying? So if there's any problem that she has or anything, she wants to know the likeliness of a woman, she has references. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't need any other women telling her what to wear, what to identify as, what to share, what labels to not to wear, or what feminine products to use.
Well, girl, and that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the thing for me, for them. You know, especially when Shekinah speaks upon swag, mama, you don't even know what swag is, baby girl. You ain't never had no swag, girl. I'm so sorry, girl. Your swag, I just watched you. I'm gonna fast forward to Love and Hip Hop. Girl, I just looked at you from head to toe, mama. And girl, you need some help, baby. You need some help, bitch.
The problem I have,
you had on a t-shirt and a cowboy belt and a cowboy skirt and some rusted wooden heeled mustard boots with a mustard jacket on. It was just terrible, Sugar Bear. And so I can see why you talk about our swag, girl. You got to be able to do the swag on your own, mama. You got to be able to do that swag on your own, sugar. Yeah. You got to have that, mama.
I can see.
And if you don't have it on your own, motherfucking respected hoe. Excuse me, language, folks.
That's the problem I have with her is she throws a rock. She throws a rock.
That is not no swag that you got over there, honey.
Well, you know, she is, I've heard her a time or two. Look at Alonzo Arnold. Alonzo Arnold is on Instagram, and he is a celebrity hairstylist, and Alonzo Arnold has swag. Alonzo Arnold identified with being a boy, and he dresses up in girls' clothing, and he makes his living off, you know, making wigs and doing celebrity hair. And I've heard her reference several occasions. Oh, look at him. Look at Alonzo. Oh, girl, he's a boy. He looks better than me. He looks what type of woman? What comes out of a woman's mouth? He looks better than us. They be looking better than us, girl. Ooh, I need to get my. You know, what kind of woman sits back and all of what she encompasses?
But like, that's what she compared herself to.
She compared herself to a gay boy who puts on wigs.
I would never. These people I love her and Alonzo is a sweetie pie. But girl, how do you put yourself in this? Girl, something wrong.
Speak.
There's something wrong.
It's something
solid. It's just not feasible.
And quiet as
it's feasible, girl. And that's why you're a liability. Girl.
You can tell something is wrong because they are pumped and dumped and pumped and pumped and sucked and pumped and cinched and fat grafts and replaced just to compete. They think that it's a competition out here. Shekinah Joe, you've been worked on. Tiny, you have been worked on and touched on. Truth be told, you know what I'm saying?
Why do you always tell me to be? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just 1 second, sis. 1 second. Not even to you. Y'all always say be nice. What is the be nice about? Because people they just slandered the girls for no reason. So all I'm doing is giving it back. You know, I'm giving it back raw. If you don't want, if you can't take the heat, bitch, you better get that pot off the stove before you burn your hand and burn down the house. Okay.
What?
So shut your mouth on certain topics.
Right.
Understand? And this other one, and we shouldn't sit here and slam them for their ignorance, but because at the end of the day, that puts us in the same ignorant state as them. I know it is not. That is not the case in this case, honey. I have always had swag. I will always have fashion sense to the day that I die. And if I want to sit here and ridicule and kiki like the late great Joan Rivers, I will read those bitches, okay? The exact same motherfucking way. Those hoes was dusty, tied, and through.
And I don't know who didn't see the undercurrent. I don't even know who in their right mind didn't see the undercurrent of shade with that whole fiasco. I don't who in their right mind of LGBTQ experience did not see the underlying shade of that. See, that's one thing. If you're raised of LGBTQ, you know shade when you know shade when you see it, when you hear it, when you feel it. This show is called Juicy Shade. Juicy Shade. So I think Elizabeth is entitled to say whatever she wants, how she feels on her platform, and give it to you just the way we will give it to you at a club, when we leave the club, in our home, in our our drag mothers, our drag fathers. You know what I'm saying? On RuPaul's Drag Race of how we're gonna read. Liz is entitled to deliver.
And we're not even letting him have it. We're not even letting. Oh no, I know you. You said be okay. No, but you're pretty, so you can get away with it, darling. You're pretty. Yeah. So I know you would. You can actually wear those boots, probably with a spaghetti strap and some jeans. You know what I'm saying, or something. You know what I'm saying. You gotta know how to put these things together. We had a mix of, I don't know who styled or what was set up. But there was a mixture of seasons. And I don't think the body type might. Let me just shut up for it, because go ahead, if you got an affliction or something, or it ain't right, you know what I'm saying. If it ain't soft,
right. And we must
lie. They said she done went and touched. See, that's what I'm talking about. They lie. She just lied so much. She done went and had her ass taken out. Girl, you ain't had nothing taken out of there, girl. You ain't gonna never get that taken out. That's only a piece of anything you'd never. Girl.
Yeah, not only do they mimic trans women. I never
just
seen.
Wait a minute. Just want to say, I don't want to overtalk each other. My apologies. Just accept the truth, okay? Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, honey. You have to kiss the ring and just ask for some help, like a lady.
That's right. No, not only this trend of being hourglass, body beautiful is a trend from back in the days, of trans women going to different doctors to shape them, form them hips, and form that waist, and form those boobs in the way they want to. I've never seen so many women get mistaken for trans women. You know what I'm saying? So how can a trans woman take away from a woman when you are emulating or imitating the exact same thing?
That part.
And not only mention that,
the girls have had, honey, I've had my shape for over almost 2 decades. Been looking like this.
Do you know how many women have asked me, how did you get your body like that? Where did you get your body like that?
Yeah.
Women, female, women, girls, and I didn't mind. It wasn't a competition for me. See, it wasn't a competition to tell this woman, girl, put your body on, put your hair on, put your makeup. I didn't see no competition. See, that territorial shit is embedded in most women.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It's sad. That's why most women don't get along. It's sad.
Yes, because girls, we're girly girls. So that's what
that is sad. And not to mention,
we want to look good. You know what I'm saying? I seen a group of young ladies today. Was 3 of them. They was some bad. Them things was bad. I meant to make it. Them peppers was bad. You know what I mean? And I stopped and saluted, honey, because I felt good because we all had on pom poms.
Yes. And let me ask you this: the hypocrisy of it all. When Tiny mentioned, how do you think you feel? I feel it's fair, and they realized that they dug a ditch for themselves. And apologize to the community. Oh, we love y'all.
Got real. She said, "Hey, girl, you know who she was talking to?" She wanted to backtrack all the way on it, but that's old girl's problem because she lets her sit there and misgender people. She says, "Let's let that happen."
Don't let that happen.
She did that to me and Cookie. Regardless, at the end of the day, you sat there. So to think it's okay, and they often get a pass from her. I've seen her give Heavenly a pass. Y'all have it confused and misconstrued, okay? Girls like me and Jag, we don't play that. Don't try us like that. Don't try us like that. When you come amongst us, come with love and grace and poise and sophistication, and that is what you will get. If you come with any type of anything that's indignant, and honey, if your posture ain't right, girl, we're gonna tell you to get it together, honey. And don't worry, nobody's going to get aggressive with you, but girl, you will get red, girl. You'll get red by the way I stand up and arch my back and look back at you and make you put your head down.
Ooh, and I think it's just super hypocritical for a woman like Tiny to, you know, and she was in a group called Escape, to be in baggy jeans and Timberlands and men hoodies and male jerseys and all these male clothing and capitalize and make millions off of the exterior of a male, and how it's so hypocritical for you to sit in all of your womanhood and point that same finger at other men for having a man bag or purse or high heels on and makeup and say it's extra. They're extra. Oh, maybe it's that's appalling to me, sister. Work on yourself. That is appalling. It blew my
Especially
mind.
when they're the ones bringing you the pieces to wear that you don't know what to do with or put together. Girl, just calm your nerves and be happy in it and let other people express themselves. At what point is it your place to tell someone how to express themselves? And why would it make you feel emotionally as an individual? Why would you feel so subject to it's like against you what someone else has on their body? Or what somebody, it just doesn't make sense. I understand that there can be, I can't understand anything because you have to have the confidence. You have to have the desire to love yourself, and someone else will have the desire to love you, okay? And admire you. I'm sure that you're women. I'm sure that you all get it. So get it together. And when it comes to the girls, okay?
Have one there.
And honey, honey, like I said earlier, kiss the ring because you know you need the swag.
You know you need
I don't
that.
ever say you got swag because you do not.
There's nowhere in the world I can have that conversation, and especially that type of conversation when I'm hypocritical of something and not have all the information. Like I say, divas. You would never hear Beyonce, Cher, even Martha Stewart, Tina Turner, Oprah Winfrey sit on a couch with Gail and have such disparaging conversation. You know, as a woman, Elizabeth Taylor, Madonna, Mariah Carey, Spears, those are diva style women that they know that they need every ounce of an LGBTQIA spectrum to make them of that higher status. You know, a woman is those just certain girls. It shows it's certain girls and certain girls.
Certain girls. Certain
you know
girls.
Certain girls.
Certain girls.
They know all so well.
Not the iconic girls, not the legendary.
Not the iconic girls do all that. Icons don't do all that. They don't talk all that.
They don't go through that.
You would never hear Beyonce in a room with Kelly discussing a man. Oh, they taken from me, and they.
It would be possible for them to feel that way. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It ain't possible to feel that way. You need to stop it. You need to pray on that, and you need to stop it because it should not be possible for another bitch to make you feel that way, honey. If you do not like what you see in the mirror, go knit, tuck, pull, exercise, squat, do what you're supposed to do, bitch. But girl, don't never let no other bitch ever don't make yourself feel like that, baby. That makes you real mediocre. That makes you real mediocre. And y'all stop Tommy, you too, ho. Y'all stop.
Tommy don't love basketball.
Stop it.
Loving
Once again, you another bitch that got to have the girls dress you. Calm it down. Get on your own. Now, for Tommy, I know that she has some swag of her own, okay? But she might want a piece from over here, over there, whatever. But calm it down. Stop coming for the girls, honey. Don't use that term, gay. Don't use that term. Don't use terms to slur us. Don't use a term that is supposed to identify us to slur us.
Yes.
You need us.
Yes.
Okay? When you mimic us, okay? Like Jack said earlier, the girls have been shaped and been doing these things to our bodies and making our bodies look like this for years. It's just coming to you all. It's new to you. Okay?
It's relatively new.
It's most definitely new to you. But don't terrorize who we are Don't use that. If you don't fuck with a bitch, you just don't fuck with a bitch. I hate to be cursing.
And I can't stand LGBTQ members of the spectrum. Y'all stick firm and stay together on this shit. So somehow y'all co-sign these hoes who sits up and talk about your community. Y'all make them up and doll them up and put them on pedestals and invite them to floats and have them in the club and all of this and all this stuff. Y'all stop all that. That is not cute. I know some gay people that would get there and have that conversation with them, and fully flamboyant gay men would sit right in the midst of that conversation and will not correct them, and because they're not talking about you. They didn't pull your whole card, but bitch, you better believe at the end of the day, they feel the same fucking way about you.
They started off with gay men, and then they went over to transgenders. And said that there's been a product taken off shelves and implicated. I mean, I don't know what the product is.
Bitch, you don't get a pass.
Look, I've been looking at this for weeks. The pads. They removed it. I need proof of this. I don't believe that it was it was not. I do not believe trans people said that.
What is she saying? We can't hear her.
I'm so sorry. They said that it was an always pad that that women use for their menstrual cycle that was maybe changed to be named a simple pad, but it just doesn't make sense. I don't. Trans women don't have periods, so they would not feel why.
I would think that a trans girl who a post-op maybe would need something like that. But before, as trans women as a whole,
I wouldn't need that. No.
They wear that just to, I've seen that. I even seen trans girls go into stores and buy always pads just to manipulate and make the guy feel as if when they're not ready to disclose who they really are or what they really have to eat. They go and buy that and they put either ketchup, food coloring, or something and throw it in the garbage. So when the man walked to the bathroom, he would know none the wiser of who they are, and they can continue to entertain until they're ready to disclose of what or who they are. I've seen that. Oh yes.
No, bitch, I'm not going.
I'm not lying. I've seen that with my own eyes. I used to have a friend. She used to carry a purse full of pads. And when the guy, get too comfortable with asking her questions, she'll, slightly unzip her purse so she can pull off her fish, so to speak. So she can be more convincing as a woman and say, "Oh, sorry, I have to go use the bathroom," and she'll pull a pad out like she has to go. Yeah, to make it convincing. And things like that.
That sounds like a safety.
But I would understand.
A safety mechanism for when you're passing and you don't want your tea out. That's what that felt like. That's something totally different. I don't think that she would be advocating to have the name of it changed. I want to know what that part. Now that's what I'm saying, that's a fool 'em devil trick, but. It's it is what it is, but that I don't think that. I just would like to see proof that trans women wanted to give a fuck or want the name of always pad to be a simple pad. I would hope not, and I don't believe.
I would hope, and if so, I need to see the trans woman, because half a trans woman who do shit like that. Little simple shit, little basic ass shit is men that walks around and could never pass as a trans woman and they ain't had not one electrolysis nor a laser and have not swallowed or digested one hormone pill.
Damn.
It used to be a construction worker and a lawyer, a bookkeeper and a goddamn mechanic. Girl, ain't no damn trans girl going up in any facility or any court guard to sensibly maximate. Girl, you know what I'm saying, girl.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It'll be a man named Buck.
But look, no. Could you see Jamila the truck driver? Could you see it?
But let's be messy for real quick. Let's go be messy, girl. Talk to me, girl. Talk about it, sis. Let's be messy, girl.
I think it's possible that Jamila the truck driver.
It could have been Jamila in a tool belt walking down the street telling Camilla buckle my shoe back ass. It could have been, girl, you know we get built. Walking down uptown to the city hall in a tube belt, getting out her F4, F-150. I'm a little
leaning, bitch. Leaning, bitch.
Under her neck with a big razor.
Girl, baby.
Girl.
All I can tell you is that's a real big one, honey. It can't even fit inside of a car. So maybe somebody like that would have to pull a trick like that.
It could have been Jamila going down there talking about I want the always pad change to simply pads. Girl, sit. Oh, Lord Jesus. Couple. Sit down, sauce.
So I guess that's what that was about. If we find some more info on that in the article on that, we will go into that. But let the record show. To build confidence, we will be giving those types of workshops. We're going to be giving those.
There it is.
I'll be there. Jack will be there. Okay? Moving forward. Now we're going to have us a little,
There it is. It's on the screen. Ooh.
What is that?
Oh, the advocating for the always.
No, dear. I don't. No, dear. I'm not drunk. I'm just having a good time. Anyway, oh Lord, here we go. Wait, what happened?
That's the pad on the screen. She puts it on the screen.
Always want to remove the female symbol from maxi pad.
She put that pad right on the top. Give me 1 second.
What? Anti-trans activists are freaking out, saying that removing the symbol basically denies the existence of a woman. The brand always announced that it will be removing the female symbol from the packaging of its sanitary pads in order to be more trans inclusive. But it says anti-trans activists are freaking out, saying that removing the symbol basically denies the existence of women. Yeah, I'm a little tipsy, so maybe I'm not reading that correctly.
I'm wondering, see, you know,
anti-trans activists. Okay. So, okay, go down some more for me. Let me see what else does it say. My goodness. I don't know that. I want to know what trans women advocated for this, because it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get what's going on in corporate America and what they have going on here, because a trans woman still has no need for no goddamn maxi pad.
They're talking about the female to males.
The female to males? Huh?
Oh, okay. The trans men. The trans men. Oh, okay. I understand now. It kind of makes sense, but I still. They want
bitch. Now, see, this is the first time I seen the article, and the first time I read the article.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not. But these hoes didn't. But they didn't make sense of it. They didn't read. These ratchet hoes did not read. All they kept talking about was they can't have periods. You see how simple that was for you dumbass hoes to read. That's why your men leave you and do it, because you stupid. You stupid. You didn't even fucking read. This is the first time I see. I knew it was preposterous for a trans woman, but a trans man, I suppose that's who you need to be talking to, ho. Let me just stop calling y'all kind of hoes and bitches, but it just when y'all come on the record,
yes,
incorrectly. Once again, it shows what's slow up here. That's what's wrong. That's why I have this one and this one and this one want me to be their secretary, because y'all so stupid. Let's go on to Khia. Okay, so we're gonna roll in with Khia.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
We'll wait. We got time. We home on quarantine, bitch. We can check the numbers, and bitch, I run you each and every motherfucking time. I done swallowed you whole in, and I'm swallowing you whole now. People want to know why you think everybody is beneath you, ho, and who gave the crown to the bad stats now? Because we still confused, because we don't know that man hit that you ever had again. So what throne sour puss? Okay, well, let's talk about it. Well, you ain't sitting on no throne. You sitting on lawn chairs telling lies with your green ass veneers and your black ass tongues, bitch. And you need to keep your motherfucking mouth closed, because now you're stepping the power red hands again, and you're finna get big
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Sucking dick since you was 13, all them tea bags under your eyes from getting tea bagged all your motherfucking life, and you think you a goddamn queen?
Oh, she's reading from paper.
She read Trina. Girl, she read Trina.
And these grown ass women fuck along, bitch. Trey, your dog is loose. You just come get your own dog out of who I kill motherfucker. Because from this day forward, anytime she open her mouth, I'm gonna drag you. Because you seem like you were a competition in South. Get your choke chain, give her some powder treats, keep her quiet, and tell her to stay out of my goddamn yard before she get drugged and you get drugged in just cause, motherfucker.
You can't help it. She go how to do it.
She lit Trina up.
That bitch said just cause, motherfucker. Lord, when a bitch say that, you know it's a rap.
And y'all know, I don't fool with Khia, but that bitch lit Trina up.
Numbers on the chart you running up is your body count and medical bills because everybody get fucked. You know, the life gets sucked out of them. Just ask Weezy. Need I say more? Look at him, bitch. Look at you. Look at Trey. All the niggas you fuck, girl. It's ooh. Yeah, one of that talk about it. Boy, you have broken no records. Just a broken pussy in a book.
I'm so sorry.
You heard that, Liz?
Oh, girl, you look wonderful.
You heard that?
You're different. It looks wonderful. Now I can really, really see you all the way through, sus.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. You know, this is our first night. Girl, Khia's mouth is lethal. But that hoe was reading from a script. Don't get it twisted, honey. We all say
she writes her reads down. She writes her reads down.
Mm-hmm. She writes her reads down. Yeah. She definitely does. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, Khia gives her $40 special buy. I was almost okay with Khia until I realized she rehearsed. It was rehearsed and written. Oh, Lord. Damn.
Oh, she writes those down.
I mean, even though it was rehearsed and written, y'all have to tell the truth. It was smooth sailing. I mean, that's what she do. She write music. So, of course, she would have that skill. She read that bitch into a coma. There's no way out for Trina other than to come out with the same thing. She would need to write a track and come back. There's no way to come. There's no way to come out of it. I mean, she added Weezy.
Oh, she talked about Weezy and she added Trick Daddy. Double D.
She read Trina for blood. Y'all better hit that like button and y'all better subscribe.
That's how you put a bitch under the coffin, under the church, under the cement, you just put a bitch under. Khia, she did read Trina because I know Khia know that Trina is not for reading. Trina is too emotional to read. Trina will probably want to put hands on you before she goes there.
Yeah, that's what
Khia knows what she's doing.
If that's what would happen. If they ran across each other, them hoes will fight.
Yes. So I think that Khia knows what she's doing. But Trina can use everything and anything that Khia says.
She's been doing this in my space. So this is what she does.
Right, this is what she does. But Trina can capitalize and use it. Like you say, make a hit, make a song, make a diss track. You know what I'm saying? Both of those girls, you know, back in the day were iconic figures when, you know, even when I was coming up in the club.
You can't, I can't
move over that ass too fast. Now neck my back. We was hearing those songs and they are a part of
our culture. They are part of the hip hop culture. They are part of the women's rap culture. They are part of that. Once again, I don't know why she forgot. Damn, I mean, she just does not like that woman. Shit, and that's what she does is roast. Girl, I'll just prepare. You know, I guess if you come for Khia, I guess we have to write our reads down. I guess that's how that goes.
Thank you. Let's talk. I mean, you just write your reads down and you hit her where it hurts. You know how to read. I know how to read. It's a game to us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's never nothing for me to read a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a game, and it's quite it's a game which is cunning, and you have to be kind of genius.
Yes. And you can't take that from her. That part you can't take from her because it's not about just writing it; it's about being able to deliver it.
That's what we have.
And that's why her music has a certain type of flow. She is very good at music. She does have a better musical ear than Trina. Trina is a different type of rapper. Khia is almost like an Erykah Badu of rap, where Trina is a more like a 69 Boys, a pop that that type of girl. So it's different genres. It's different realms. Khia has kept her body together. I just seen the video that she does. She has kept her body together, but it's small. She don't have as much.
She kept her body together. Thanks for
so maybe that's what she's ultimately mad about.
I like you forgot. What's that doctor? Dr. Curves. Khia was in Dr. Curves a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So that's why that body's entire. You know what, Miss Liz? Come on now. Come on, Miss Liz.
I don't. Girl, I almost called her saggy titties. I don't pay.
Yeah, she was in Dr. Curves a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. You know, revealing all that. Yeah, that's how that body is all snatched together. Khia do when she's gonna be talking about sisters and punks and faggots and stuff like that. Khia know damn well she gotta lay on the table and stop all that because the girls come. She studied the art.
Girl, let's give her a fair warning together, girl. If you better stop it, and you better come to the light, Carolyn, too. All you girls,
who are we giving a fair warning to? Who are we giving a fair warning to?
We will knock you off. Okay.
Oh,
don't play.
Oh, sis, what are you talking about?
Oh no, because I heard what you said, so I'm just responding into reference of what because Khia does. I forgot you reminded me of what she liked to say about punks and all that type of carrying on. All these girls, what y'all need to do is keep it cute, okay? Keep it cute, okay? Please, because you be one of the girls too. You can't do a beat without the girls. You can't do a beat. And I know your pay is cheap.
Mm-hmm. But the girls will go in and say, well, I'm not homophobic, girl. I just love y'all and everything else. And she you know how to do it. But she regards us as
something. It's a lash out. Well, y'all need to go get the Tourette syndrome's corrected if that's what it is. Stop that bullshit, honey. Honey.
They're gonna continue to do it.
Next time you come for the girls, me and sister gonna teach you how to write.
Well, we're considered mutants. And in Khia's eyes, you and I are considered mutants. Dick at the bottom, it's at the top. So she's
if I am considered a mutant, then I'm gonna consider her just a bulldozer. A straight bulldozer. And the reason that I will call her a straight bulldozer is because them titties is hanging all the way to her motherfucking knees. So if I'm a mutant, that's what she is, a whole motherfucking bulldozer, bitch. Go suck them titties out and get that put up on top of your chest right and come back and try again, honey. And remember that mutants have powers, bitch. Be careful.
But as you see, it's repetitive. Khia don't come with anybody like a strong person, anybody of a strong personality.
Once again, you have a female from Atlanta that has gotten a pass.
She's from Florida. No,
but she lives here in Atlanta.
But she's from Florida.
But she's from Florida.
She be making it. She said Dade County. She be making it like she's not from Atlanta. She just lived there. She don't represent Atlanta.
She moved to Atlanta from Florida. But what I'm saying is she is a female from Atlanta that has been given a pass by a particular girl. You see what I'm saying? This is why we're in this mess right here. This is why I'm saying the girls need to learn to stand up, arch your back, sit up straight, and direct and guide the correct way and deal with females who have high confidence levels. Because when you deal with these other females and then they feel like they can turn around and come for you. I've had girlfriends for 20 years plus. Maybe one incident with one girlfriend, but with one girlfriend of over 20 years plus, never. Okay, so these bitches that have these low self-esteem issues and have these issues, y'all, like you said earlier, stay out their face and make them pay you correctly, honey. Period. And Khia, the next time you come for the Queen Bee or me or any of my sisters or my babies out here, because I am Queen Mother, I'm gonna teach you. I like a challenge. Jaguar.
Go ahead, bitch. What, baby? You know
I
how
have
we do.
enjoyed you, and I'm so happy that you were here on the first episode back.
I enjoy being here.
How did you feel? Tell me about it.
I felt comfortable. I felt that we both, you know, had different opinions, but yet they gelled so well together. I love how we have those, you know, how we can piggyback off of each other. You say something, and I feel I'm like, sis, I'm like in the church, I'm in the choir. I'm yeah, preacher, yes, preacher.
Thing. I think it's truly a Libra thing with me and you. We are a match. You know, we are born in the same time frame of the Libraism, and so it works very well for us. It really does.
Works very well. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that
I thank you.
You're welcome, son. I'm glad that you took the initiative to make a negative into a positive. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you got your start. I don't care where you came from or whatever happened to make you who you are on social media today. You took that. You took it and you made something out of it. And you can only go up from here, baby. And I wish you well. I wish you success.
That is all we doing, honey. Either we're going to all come together or the ones that ain't coming together, they ain't going to be on the flight. We're getting on Lear. It's a problem. So, honey, listen.
Thanks for leading by example.
I want y'all to subscribe, okay, to Juicy Shade. Jaguar is going to have her YouTube page up soon because she's starting new beginnings.
One day, I you know, sister, I ain't got no patience for all that because, you know, like you going through it with all these so-called YouTube. They're very protective of YouTube. Like you was just really, like you mentioned, your first person that you mentioned is Armand Wiggins. These hoes are out in these streets being vindictive with this YouTube, trying to get people shut down because that's their only way of survival and income and things of that nature. I'm coming just when them hoes least expect. You know what I'm saying? I can push a button right now and go instant, you know, and get me YouTube and pop up for the mother. I just let it, you know, let it breathe and stuff like that until all of that chaotic shit dies down. But I want you to stand firm and know that you deserve a platform.
You know, I'm a Queen Bee fan, honey, and I stand there like, what? The beat don't budge. I promise you, I assure you. Yeah, I would love for you all to like and subscribe and comment. Okay, Jaguar is a part of the Juicy Shade family, and she will be here often. There are a lot of things that we are working on, and that we're gonna at least once a week. Jag and I are gonna do something, and here soon after quarantine is over, me and Jag, y'all might catch us on a trip or something, honey. Because see, we like to do it big, and we like to have a good time.
Hey, I want y'all to. I want y'all in the comment section to behave. Y'all be fighting amongst each other. Y'all know that. No, don't behave. Let it all out because every comment. But y'all know, I want y'all to agree to disagree mutually without cutting each other's head off, without knocking at each other's doors. You know what I'm saying? We can do this. We want to be one big happy family, no matter how we're
going to do this. We're going to make absolutely. We're going to be one big happy family because that's the way it's going to be. Period. Point blank. Yeah. Okay, this is something that I am doing, and I want to bring the girls together. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Jaguar. If you want to continue to see Jaguar, she has a Cash App. You can donate through the show, however you choose. But we want to see the girls grow. There are some girls who are pioneers of this, and this is one of them. And this is a pioneer who has the stability and the courage and the empowerment and the uplifting spirit.
Yeah, you have to have
that. And that is what you have at the end of the day taught me. You pushed me, and I appreciate that. And
yeah, because I said, yeah, go on out there. Go on out there because you have to,
okay.
Like you said.
And make sure from now on when you come up here, put your Cash App under there so that they can donate to you. Okay? I want to make sure that you're taken care of. And of course, I'm going to do what I do because you know how we do. But at the end of the day, it's about making this work for us and making sure that I take care of my sisters, especially those that show me the love, because you are helping to start this. So I promise you, we will always like this. And I thank you.
Yeah, Liz, because you have a story too. You have a testimony of how, you said you were stealth. I wasn't used to social media. I'm not used to conflict. I'm not used to having people question my existence. So you have handled a lot. You have did outstanding between, I don't know if you've been on social media or Juicy Shade like 4 months or however long that you've been here. You have made your presence known. Your name is in these streets of YouTube. And continue on. Carving your way out, letting them know you deserve to be here.
Thank you, baby. I love you. And I love you. And we're going to do this again next week. It's only going to get better and better from here. Like, subscribe, okay? Comments. Please comment. We love you all. I'm going to sign off 404. Can we get a little bit of music, honey? And it's going to be what it's going to be.
It's going to be what it's going to be. Y'all have a blessed.
Y'all know how I like to do it. Ow!
Woo! Oh! Woo! I'm unbuttoning this motherfucker now, honey. Yes, indeed. Oh! Woo! Yes, honey. This is what you do after work, honey. You take this button off. Woo! Understand? Okay. See y'all later. Like, subscribe, and do your thing. Huh? Oh. Do it again. Like, subscribe, comment. All right? We want to hear everything. Share with your friends, okay? So make sure that you like, you subscribe, you share, and you comment. All right? Mwah. Huh? What happened? Oh, you want to? Well, that is based upon professionalism. Have a good night.